from having the flu. Lou Caputo was on earlier. I was like, how are you feeling? He also was coming back from the flu. I had it. Man, this has got to be one of the worst seasons. And sometimes, by the way, if you go and you have the flu, you know what they tell you? Go home and figure that out. Figure out those, symptoms that you have. A humidifier, I legally get to tell you, putting that humidity back into your room will actually help with some of those discomforts from the cold, from the flu, where all you're doing is just treating your symptoms. This is from LivePure. This is a little bit of ambiance, this is a little decor, and you're getting that humidity back in there, and you're getting an essential oil tray. It is the last day that the AquaFlame Ultrasonic Humidifier is not gonna be $60, but will be $24.99. You're looking at it right there in the white. Next to that is gonna be that beautiful rose quartz. Up here, oh, nope, is that the gray? Gray there, white here, graphite, and then in the black. $24.99, we're gonna go through all the ins and outs exclusively here. Vonabelle Sherman is joining me. Am I standing on your side?
You are good.
Okay, I'll go wherever you want me to go.
That's so funny. I didn't know that many of my friends were also back from the flu.
I heard you were also sick.
I am too. I have this lingering cough. I'm sure you all have it. But that's where I found a real benefit here.
Yep.
And like you said, legally we can say that the humidifier will help with the symptoms of cough, cold, flu. And I really found a great benefit as, my throat's hurting and my nasal passages are congested, to use the humidifier. Usually our first introduction to a humidifier is when we have children and you go to the pediatrician and the pediatrician says, oh, you need a humidifier. And sometimes then you're panicked and you go buy 3 times the price at your local pharmacy. And then in the winter is when we really need it as well. So what happens is we turn on the heat because it gets cold and you can go sleighing and go outside and go skiing. But then you turn on the heat, maybe the fireplace, the space heater, and that 45% relative humidity, that's comfortable. You feel good, your skin feels good, your hair feels good. All of a sudden, boom, 10%. At 10%, oh my gosh, my eyes are itchy, my hair's itchy, my throat is scratchy. I have to wake up for a drink of water in the middle of the night. Adding the humidifier will help alleviate those symptoms and bring moisture to your air. Now, this is a cool vapor. A cool vapor is the better choice because you don't have to worry if you're putting this in the nursery, and you should, or the elementary age child's room, and you should because it really moisturizes. But another should is dermatologists say we should actually run this 365 all year long because it moisturizes your skin, and that makes it a beauty treatment.
Yeah.
Did you know it plumps your skin, and then if you have little, small wrinkles, it just plumps it for a little while.
I want to talk about the elephant in the room really quick. I know you're like, is that flames coming out of there?
Yeah.
As Vonabelle's, I feel like you're distracted. Like, what is going on? What am I looking at? Because I did say this was a little ambiance, and this was also decor. Normally you see a humidifier, and it's just being the humidifier. But we added this element that almost looks like a faux flame that's also these beautiful colors that are going in there. You can have it with or without. You can change the color that's in here as well. But that's all that is. It's that very cool mist. There's nothing there. There's nothing hot. It's just meant to be like a little bit of like a decor element.
Yeah, I think it makes a great night light. It makes a great atmosphere light, romantic dinner light. And you get to choose your color flame. So you could have blue, you could have purple, you could have orange, you could have a pinkish color. I love the green one, but the green and the white, I feel like Christmas decorating is done. If you have a little girl, you might want to pick this pink unit and put on that purple light. Beautiful accent light. So I feel like this is the trifecta of things. Yes, we're going to give you that great humidity, but we're going to give you that LED. And the nice thing is, if you don't want the LED, you can shut it off.
Yeah.
On, off, totally your choice. But here's another thing that's totally your choice. This unit also has the ability to add essence. So now, in essences, there are certain ones that give you a sense of wellness, right? I know when I've been suffering, menthol feels good, eucalyptus feels good, but maybe there's florals. At Christmas, maybe there's a peppermint. They make ones that smell like Christmas trees. And to do that, all you do is turn your unit around. I want to show you this because everything about this unit is easy. LivePure really thought it out. And as I turn this around, I want you to see right here, okay? You pop that tray. That is your essence tray. Then take your favorite essence, whatever it is, whatever you have at home, put it in there. And many people ask me, oh, how many drops do I put, Vonabelle? It really depends on how strong you want that essence. Then pop that back in. Then what happens is that vapor now mixes with that essential oil that you put in there and wafts into the room. It makes such a great scent, sensual, every one of your senses is met by using just one unit. Now, the most popular and requested feature in a humidifier is top fill, because nobody wants to do this anymore, okay? This is an old-fashioned style. They get ugly, they get stained, but look at the size of this. You would have to take this to the tub, to the bathtub, or the sink, fit it under if you can, and all you have is this quarter size right there to try and fill this, okay? We have solved that problem by giving you the top fill. Watch how easy this is. You're going to lift this top off. That easy. Now look at the big wide mouth. So you're not going to struggle at all to fill this. And then you take a couple of cups of water. And then the other popular question is, how long will it last? Well, it'll last quite a few nights, but it'll really depend if you put it on low or high. And that's your choice. How much vapor do you want? Another thing we did right here, it says max fill. We'll come in so you can get that. There we go. Max fill, you see that? Okay, we made that a little bigger and bolder this year.
Okay.
Because last year people were missing that and they were putting a little too much water.
Okay.
And then there was some like, oh, is this leaking? Okay, so now we made it bigger, bolder, and I get that. You get to a certain age and you're like, can I see that a little better? I appreciate that as well. And then you put your cover back on and turn it on. That is it. And then you're getting 3 benefits. Not just the LivePure humidifier, but the ability for the LED lights and the essence. That's what makes this an incredible powerhouse for this price.
Well, sometimes I do or don't know when something expires. Sometimes, legitimately, I don't know. If I do know, I will give you a heads up. I looked at tomorrow and what this price will be tomorrow, and this expires tonight. So this is the last day. This will pop back up to $60 tomorrow, which means you can almost buy 3 of these at the price you would have to buy tomorrow, right? The footprint on this is gonna be 10 inches by 6 inches by 5 inches. The footprint is not gonna take up a lot of room, but you're getting so much. Up to a 14-hour runtime, depending again on that low and that high. But let's say you ran it on low, you're getting up to 14 hours. You get the visual aspect, the color aspect, the essential oils diffuser that's in here. And again, I'm not the only one. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't feel good one time. Myself and Keith, the producer, we were losing track of how many times we got sick since December. I was like, remember when I was sick? No, that was the second time I got sick. And I was like, this cycle for this season has probably been the worst that I have seen or heard, and people have been calling in. I don't think my family for sure, like all 3 of us, Riker, myself, and Jesse, all sick. Flu, cold, we had this, we had that, and really there's not much you can do but wait it out. It's helping the discomforts of the cold, of the flu, while you're writing it out. You just have, there's not much you can do medicine-wise, but I don't want to feel the itchy, the dryness, the yuckiness that's in there. It sounds like nothing. It looks nice. It's the perfect footprint. $24?
Yeah.
That's incredible for a humidifier, by the way.
Yeah, and especially when you think if you go to the pediatrician, for example, and you always feel bad, so then you feel pressured, like, well, I have to run to the drugstore and I have to pay 3 times the price because I just have to have one. Instead, get this home now and you will use it season after season after season. And it is the cool vapor. So the cool vapor moisturizes your nasal passages and your throat and your breathing. So it really has a great benefit, but then you have the beauty of the unit as well. And as I've explained this, I often think, and people have said to me, oh, you're right, Annabelle, I do need one, but I have one up in the attic, let me go get it. No. Your one in the attic is going to be big, bulky, ugly, stained, not beautiful like this LivePure unit. And also, we have treated the interior of this unit with a nano silver technology, which, trust me, they didn't have back then. So you think, oh, I'm gonna go get that one, and it would be silly not to. So what we did was, inside the interior of this tank, treated with a nano silver technology, so things can't grow.
Yeah.
You know, that mold that you might worry about, we're gonna inhibit that because it is treated inside. And as long as that great camera's coming, thank you. I just want to point out one more time that max fill line so that you're not guessing, you know where it is so you don't have any leaking because you put too much. And then it's so easy. This is so easy to manage and so beautiful. If you left this out 24/7, and you actually should be using it, dermatologists say just use it all the time, you look at it and go, oh, that's such a cool speaker.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It looks like a nice piece of electronic. I am so impressed with the price today. There's no reason not to get this home, even for multiple rooms, because it is an act of love for your family or yourself when you add that cool vapor. And remember, it's a cool vapor, so you never have to worry about touching it or the kids being around it. And it will take you for 3, 4, 5 nights, depending on whether you're putting it on low or high.
So that AquaFlame portion of the title, that's what you're seeing there. It's not a real flame. All it is just light going up against that cool mist. You get to pick the color, no color. If you want the ambiance of it or the decor of it, you can. Colors, black, graphite, there's that essential oil tray that everybody gets. Black, graphite, white, rose quartz, very limited. This price will not be here tomorrow. So if you're thinking on it and you come back tomorrow, you're gonna be paying more like $60 tomorrow. And like I'm saying, you can almost buy 3 of these for that price. So grab it today while we have it as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Love your dress, HSN
Thank you so
Fine.
much. It is an HSN
I said,
Fine.
Bonnabelle, is that from here? She goes, oh yeah.
It is.
It's Harlow Fashion Row. Am I coming over here?
All right.
Juan, are you a dad? How many kids do you have? You have 3.